All right, so we welcome on a very special guest, one of Brendan and I's favorite friars ever. It is Rodney Bullock. This is our first real interview, so we're thank you, Rodney, for coming on. Thank you for the time. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, we're happy to have you here, man.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. Glad to be here, man.
All right, so we'll talk about everything. Like I just told you, we'll get into it all. We've been tuned into the live streams. A lot of Providence basketball fans have as well. We could talk about that. Try to get into your PC career. Your career after that. Really just anything. So I could open out. We could talk about all the way back from the beginning. You were heavily recruited out of high school. Really talk about, can you let us through that recruiting process? We know you went to, I don't know how to pronounce it exactly. Was it Keycotton High School in Hampton, Virginia?
Take your turn.
Okay.
The
So,
the New England coach went to the same high school as me.
yeah, even Thomas, was it?
No, the New England Patriots coach, the head coach
Oh,
now.
Oh, Gerard
oh,
Mayo?
Yeah.
Wow.
oh, okay.
Nick.
Yeah, well, I was wondering, well, Ivan Thomas, did he coach you in high school?
Yeah, he coached me in high school.
Yeah. Well, did that draw you to Providence? I mean, how did the recruitment process really go? I mean, what brought you to Providence other than that factor?
Well, I mean, I guess he pretty much lucked up and he found a kid that was potentially. I mean, I wasn't no kid. I was pretty much a grown man in high school, but
Hmm.
Yep.
I didn't act like it because I mean, I just wasn't around people like that. So I mean, I was in my house and just chilling, just ready to go to the next practice. I really didn't think outside the box,
Hmm.
Yep.
but I was pretty much in the house. I didn't really think I needed a car, but in high school, when you get the opportunity to have a car, you gotta take it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I didn't take that advantage, so it kind of set me back. And like I was really like a video game head, but I wasn't good at it.
Yep.
And
What kind of
I reached.
video games? What was your favorite video game back in the day?
It was Call of Duty
Yep. Yep. That's us.
and 2K. But I
Yeah.
don't play 2K no more. I think I can get 30 kills now. These kids, this is a new generation playing now.
Yeah. New generation, man. Uh,
Yeah, but we eventually I reached out to some coaches, but I didn't know really what was going on because I was having fun in high school and I'm like the way I was thinking, I was like I'm gonna get a scholarship regardless at the end of the point, and he probably seen that because
Yep.
I was just hanging with too many kids and they just really wasn't thinking. So I was like, fuck it, let me just enjoy high school.
yeah.
But I ain't really do nothing. I stayed in the house. But when I
Yep.
did go out, it was some wild shit. Like
Yeah. So I mean, I'm not too familiar with the recruiting process. How many offers did you get? How many offers did you get coming out of high school?
out of high school, man, I kind of let my coach. I kind of let Ivan do all the talking. But
Yeah.
if I really like took all my visits that I was supposed to take, he kind of lucked up. Like I said, like I didn't really care. Like I didn't
Yeah.
really care about basketball until my senior year, and by that time, like you really don't know what's going on when you love it that much. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he kind of lucked up, and he kind of told me you should come to Providence, and I was like, all right, I went to Providence, but it was
Yeah.
I pretty much lived the same life in high school that I lived in college, so I didn't really spend much time doing shit.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It was just kind of just basketball and just kind of doing you.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yep. Uh, I mean, yeah. I mean, we could go. Obviously, that was some of your high school. I mean, obviously, don't want to talk about that forever, but go to Providence. Me and
Hold on. I didn't have that many. I don't. It didn't seem like I had that many off.
Yeah. Did
yeah,
you have a close second to Providence, or was it really? I mean, obviously you
Um,
said you lucked out,
I could
but
have stayed home and went to ODU.
yep,
gotcha.
That probably would have been a different lifestyle for me to be at ODU. But
Yep.
the coach is. I think he was like an alcoholic. So I mean, I don't remember. He was perfect on the visit though.
yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Just yeah,
but he
can't
got
hate it.
caught. He got caught for it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it happens. It happens. Happens to the best of us. But
Damn. We live with like 4 dogs.
I love it.
uh,
Yeah, I got two dogs, so I
yeah,
know it. It's
got a dog here
chaos. Chaos
myself.
all the
So
time.
So I had ODU, I
Yep.
had VCU as a junior, And VCU was like the only school that really came and watched me play while I was playing AAU growing up. So I had those 3 schools.
Yep.
And every other coach I really couldn't have a conversation with. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I just won't thinking like it. They hit me up on Facebook and all that. Like most of the Virginia schools, even Tony Bennett, when we lost to them, he said he messed up.
Yeah. There you go.
Wow. But yeah, I mean, we could jump into more Providence talk. I mean,
Podcast with some people from Providence.
Okay, all right. See you tomorrow.
All right.
Get all your stuff together. Put them on today.
All right.
So we can get out of here. I don't have to shoot tomorrow. I have a Thursday.
All right.
So we can get up there and do your thing, okay?
All right.
All right. Gotta go.
What'd you say?
yeah, so I was just gonna ask you, like, when you got to Providence, I mean, how was life there? Did you like the campus? Obviously you did because you were there for the whole time, but how'd you enjoy that?
What do you mean? Well, my first year I had a ball, you know what I'm saying? But Providence it wasn't developed, and I feel like, I mean, if they wanted to make it seem like I really care where I lived at my freshman year, and Providence, or putting us all in an athlete dorm, I mean, I don't think that was a smart thing for a player like of my luxury.
Yeah, so
But
what?
I did that, and stuff happened, and I don't know. Like I was living like an athlete. Like I wasn't really thinking like, and something was making other prospects look more handsome than me. But I don't know. I don't know what was going on. But when I go to cities and when I go out of the country, they say I'm handsome. So I'm like, what's blinding everybody?
Yeah.
So what was it? So that you said they didn't have a like athletic dorm for the whole basketball?
They put us in a small little jail cell, like, and it was in Gus, but I had fun. I ain't gonna lie, I had fun.
Yeah.
But I was like, man, it's too small. I'm 6'7". I'm 220 pounds. Like, why would I be living in this small dorm right now?
And
Man?
did you have roommates did you have a roommate on the basketball team your freshman year? Or?
Yeah, Brendan Austin.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, but so it was cool and all, but then I was like, man, this shit getting crazy. Like, if I stop thinking here, it'll get crazy. And I stopped thinking, and then trouble happened, and then after trouble happened, I moved on. I moved to Fennel. Moved to Fennel, and then all I did was I just played my game, stayed in the room, had my little fun, but I kind of died down and kind of buckled back into basketball.
Yeah.
And I worked out, lifted, trained it that whole summer, trained that whole season, still going to practice, but I don't think it was the proper lifting for me.
Yeah. No, I mean, I agree. I mean, it obviously showed you. I mean, the results showed in your sophomore year. I mean, you averaged 11 and 6 that season, so obviously the new dorm was not, it wasn't a coincidence. So
yeah, but I don't think I was in the mind state that I should have been in.
Yeah.
Because when I went to Italy and I played in a professional game, I could drop 40. To come back and not be able to play at that same level, I don't think I was lifting correctly. I believe during that time it was less skill, more strength, and like I can use strength, but now that I'm grown and I know who I am now, but back then, like I wish we just played faster. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, the game's definitely changed. I remember, obviously, your Friars teams were part of that foundational base where, like, we talk about Friar basketball now. It's come such a long way since your guys' teams. What was something that made those teams, that, like, toughness, that grit that, like, Cooley instilled in you guys to where you guys were able to be so successful in those kind of early years as the program was going to build up?
Well, honestly, man, I feel like each of them had a good mind state, but I mean, I feel like what I was playing for was like, it was way more than like what they were thinking. Like, they might have been too far out of their minds, like, to like believe like that was the way of thinking you should think. And I feel like today I still hoop sometimes, and I still get people hit me up to hoop, but like I go hoop, but like I feel like, I don't know, like what made them feel like they were bigger than me. Like I don't know, but at the same time, like my mind state was a whole lot different than theirs. Like it was on another level. Like and I feel like it shows like when I play now and like my I didn't play good my first year overseas, so I didn't really understand who I was because I feel like I lifted improperly. I tried to be strong all the time.
Yeah.
I mean I'm already strong, but like I mean we're playing basketball now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you could and talk in terms about mindset, you talked about what was the big difference? You keep saying your mindset was different than them. What exactly, if you can't elaborate on that specifically, what
I
was
mean
your mindset and goals compared to the coaching staff?
when I play basketball, I mean the one thing that sticks out to me the most while I'm playing basketball is like laying down, stretching, and just looking up at the rafters and like trying to figure out why my number hasn't even been called on the rafters. I feel like I'm out of my mind, but at the same time, I don't feel like I'm out of my mind. I feel like
I don't think you're out of
something was preventing me to reach that level.
Yeah. So you're saying you really didn't reach your
full
potential.
I didn't. I don't think I did.
Yep.
And I don't even think I played the right position. But some people were like different. You know what I'm saying? Like they were I don't know, like they were acting different. And I'm like, man, like you're not even a point guard. I don't know
Yeah.
why people believe you're a point guard. Like I feel like I could have played point guard. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I hear you.
Like I mean, like if that's a point guard, I feel like I should have just been playing point guard my whole life. Like,
Yeah.
but it took a while for me to catch on to it. But when I went to go play professional after I broke out of those college legs,
It really showed. It showed.
I was beating NBA players that's played for years in the NBA, and I'm like, man, like I feel like I shouldn't have even went to college.
Yeah.
I feel like it set me back because I was already a fully grown man coming into college in life. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
After
Yep.
life, I was like, after moving out of my dad's house and going to college, I was like, man, like it's cool going to the bars that all the colleges go to, but like I want to go to the bars where like there's grown people at and they actually have a conversation with me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, I can relate to you on
Cause like college, like high school. I mean, if you grow up in like a populated community, like you gon' like you might see everybody if you have a even if you have one good friend. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I didn't really have no friends like that. They didn't really want me to go anywhere. So
Not even.
I missed all that. But if I could have grown up, and living that life of like mostly just high school and having more fun besides sparingly have fun,
Yeah.
even if I didn't experience and I went to go play pro my first year out of high school, life would be truly different now.
Yeah. Yeah, I hear you. I mean, I could definitely relate to that. I mean, when you go to the it seems like you're kind of say you were almost too mature for the college scene when you got to it. Am I right there?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, I hear you, man. I kind of feel that sometimes too myself, so I can relate to that. But another question I have here, I mean, obviously you played 3 great years of basketball at Providence. Everyone thinks of the buzzer beater. I mean, at least, I'm from Rhode Island, Rodney Bullock. Think the buzzer beater versus USC. It's gonna ask you what your favorite moment was as a Friar. Is that it, or if not, what was it?
My favorite moment was probably that shit. That was like that was the most social media I've ever received
Yeah.
before.
Yeah,
But I mean, the most fun was probably on the court, man. Like on the court, just like I mean, I don't know if y'all came to that one game. I think we were playing Marquette. I think I shot a fadeaway jump shot like over the backboard and it like went in.
yep,
Yeah, so I
We'll
was like,
insert it. We'll insert it. We'll get
yeah.
that
I'll
circulated.
put that clip right there that you're talking about into the episode.
and then beating URI like
Yeah.
Yeah.
After Chris Dunn beat him.
Yeah. So I was gonna talk to you about that. I have that as a question. So my first question was, I mean, as an out-of-state guy, I mean, obviously Cooley was the coach. That was a passionate in-state rivalry. I was gonna ask you the first question: how focused were the like Providence players on that game? Like, did they really care as much as it seemed like the fans care? Because obviously being a Rhode Island born person, that's a big game for us. I mean, we beat URI almost every year, but you also had that big game. The first one you played, the Ben Bentil game winner at URI. That was an electric game. It's probably the closest they've gotten to beating us in a long time. That was a good URI team as well. But I was gonna ask you the main question: how focused on that game? Does the rivalry feel real to the players as well?
Man, I'm from the South, man. I don't know, man. I've been in so many rivalries and
Yeah.
like fights at the games,
Yeah.
like it,
But did Cooley not like? Did you not have like going into that game? Was it treated differently than any other non-conference game? I feel like it had to have been, no?
yeah, it was definitely treated differently.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
and
like seeing like fans talk to you.
yeah,
Like if I am how I'm thinking now, like I probably would have like flicked off a URI fan, but
yeah, 100%.
I
I wouldn't have
they,
blamed it.
they didn't understand. They like we went to private school and I already got in trouble. But if I never got in trouble, they wouldn't.
Yeah,
We might have ran off 4
yeah,
championships.
yeah. No, I hear you. Yeah, no. I mean, do you remember what was your? I mean, you played in 3 of those games. The like I said, the Ben Bentil game winner was pretty iconic. I mean, what was your favorite game against them? Was it that one?
With him.
Yeah, it was yeah, I think it was 2015 game.
Yeah,
26.
that was probably the best game I've ever played with him.
Yeah, I think you had 16 in that one, if I'm not mistaken. I had that written down.
I should have shot that thing like 30 times.
Yeah. I mean, that,
I love it.
that team was loaded though. You had Chris Dunn, obviously, in the NBA now, Bentil, I mean, some other great players, but yeah, I mean, that was a hell of a game for sure.
Yeah,
Rodney,
it wouldn't have been close if I shot it 30 times.
Yeah, facts.
Hey, it wouldn't have went to overtime. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Rodney, I got a quick question. You kind of talked about it, the stuff that some URI fans said. Do you have any memorable fan interactions of just like, because you've played in some, obviously you guys played at Ohio State where you had a great game. Like on the road, was there ever an atmosphere or a fan base that like really got under your skin or said something memorable that you still hold to this day?
Nah, that didn't happen until I got overseas.
Really?
Yeah. Nobody really said nothing to me. I didn't talk a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
They didn't want me
yeah.
to be. They didn't want me to be on no interviews or just talking to people. Like they were so nervous of me, like because I'm saying where I'm from. They just thought I wasn't that. They treated me like I wasn't that smart. But like that's why I said I shouldn't have went to college. I should have just went pro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Seems like
saying? So I'm like,
they held you back. I mean, come on.
a little bit, man, a little bit. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I couldn't say a word. I felt like, man, I ain't gonna take no more.
Yeah. So I got something building off that. So I mean, you kind of spoke on it a little bit there, but obviously, so how well did players on the team like you yourself, did guys get media trained, and to what extent was the training for the media like?
I don't. They treated me like I can't, like I haven't been getting media since I was a teenager. You know what I'm saying? When I was in high school. So I'm like, if y'all gonna treat me like that, like I don't know how good I am with talking to people, but I'm like, people actually liked me when I was acting like that. I don't know what made y'all think I was, because I stutter in my talk sometimes, like that I'm not that smart or something, like, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I
Yeah.
ain't crying. I ain't crying. I'm just rubbing my eye. I got some pollen in my eye.
It's allergy season, Rodney.
Yeah.
We're good. We're good.
Well, I got, or do you have anything? I mean, I got a lot more, but
Yeah, I just got one thing. I mean, you've been talking about overseas. So do you play in Albania and Hungary?
The worst year of my life, man.
In Albania?
I've never lost like that before.
Yeah.
I've never lost like that before. I got like, I felt like I missed out on a lot in college.
Mm-hmm.
But I would have quickly adapted to it, being in a third world country or
Right.
or just like a Spain or something like.
Yeah.
and working my way up. Like I promise you, like point guard.
So let Rodney play the point. That's all we want.
Gotta
That's
let him
all we
play.
want.
Hey, I remember one time we had a game in Albania. This kid Marco, he was one of the Hungarians, and I was playing point. I threw a full court lob. He almost caught it backwards.
Wow.
And they missed it. But I was like, yo, like, oh, this could get crazy. Y'all let me play point.
Yeah.
Like
Hey, what? I would have loved to see you play the point under Cooley's helm, but
yeah, he probably was too out of his mind because he was
Yeah.
thinking he was comparing his players now to his old players. I'm like, we got to the same place your old players got to, but
Yeah.
why you capping us for?
Yeah. I mean, hey, Cooley's a big subject. You know, we'll try to get into that a little bit. One question I had here was building onto like the fan interactions, you know, the conference play back to Providence, obviously here. But did you have? I mean, you played against a lot of good Big East teams and non-conference teams, but to kind of focus it on the Big East teams, did you have any? What was your least favorite Big East teams, or did you have one? Did you not? To play against. I mean, when growing up as a fan, I always hated Villanova. I hated how they played. So
Still hate Villanova.
Creighton.
Yeah.
What?
It wasn't even the players.
Yeah.
I ain't never walked in a warm up that morning before the game and could see my breath.
Oh, just freezing.
Man, let me tell you, man. Let me tell you how scared I was. The gym was connected to the hotel, right?
Yep.
I almost walked out, and the security guard was like, "You don't want to do that. You got to go put on some sweatpants. It's not as close as it seems." Because she knew I was gonna turn into an icicle.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, man, I can't. Like, I don't even know if I'm gonna play good tonight. And I threw on the 92-10 Space Jam 11.
Yeah.
0 points. I was like, I ain't never wearing no 11s in the game again.
And I mean, hey, Omaha, Nebraska in the middle of winter can't be anything.
Yeah, it's the middle of nowhere,
yeah.
Rodney. I think we stand with you there.
Yeah.
Yeah, top 3. I say I never really played good with Villanova. I never really had a good. I had a good athletic night, but like not a good shoot. I didn't shoot enough. I didn't know what type of day it was. You know, when you know your days, like I didn't know what type of day it was. But like, like I feel like I should have been shooting from like 40. If I was feeling like that and dunking it too, like man, like I feel like I don't know. I feel like I missed out on a lot, but Villanova.
Got Creighton in there as well.
Villanova, Creighton. Oh, Xavier.
Yeah, Xavier. Yeah. Why is that?
I never had a good one at Xavier neither.
Yeah. And you know, to build off that list, was there, I mean, I know you said you didn't talk trash a whole lot, but was there any guy you just hated to play against? I mean, really any Villanova guy for me. I wasn't a fan of Brunson, that whole squad during
Doug McDermott is on my list of just guys I hated.
You said any players?
Yeah, any players that you played against that you're like, oh, this guy, he's, you know, not that like he was a hard guard, he was just annoying, you know?
No, it was probably this one guy from annoying. Oh, that was probably JP McCure.
Yep, from Xavier. Yeah, that guy.
Yeah,
He was annoying from watching it at home. He was annoying, so I could tell you on that one.
Yeah. Yeah, McCurry, yeah, he really make you do something in the game where like if he knew how we was lifting at Providence, like he wouldn't do that, like, 'cause it would really get super physical.
Yeah.
Like it might be a tech.
Yep.
But they won't even call it tech then. You know what I'm saying? The energy was good, everything was good, but you know what I'm saying? Like the energy was different that game. I think
Yeah, I
I
was
think
gonna
we
ask
played.
you.
I think that was my first year playing when we was with when we was on the team. I think 2015, 2016, we played Xavier away, and no, home. I think somebody just hit somebody on the ground, and I'm like, yo, y'all ain't call that, and it was my team. I was like, oh, y'all acting
Yeah.
crazy. But I think Jalen Reynolds one time he tried to went up for a layup. He kind of got his whole palm on my face,
Yeah,
and I'm like, oh, we ain't calling nothing today. So they went through a 1-3-1, and I start shooting from deep, and I'm like, man, like I know I can make this shot. This shot it's not even hard. But then I think about it, man. I'm like, that's gotta be the lifting, and then like some days, you know what I'm saying. I can't even come into the lifting weighting room because I'm like, this day supposed to feel better than this, and it's not because I'm lifting so much.
yeah. Speaking about JP McCure, I was just gonna ask you about that. I was gonna talk about, the Big East tournament as a whole playing at the Madison Square Garden, but my one of my really all-time favorite Friars games that I watched was semifinal. I think it was your senior year, 2018 versus Xavier in the Big East tournament, went to overtime. You had that big block to keep it tied up to go to overtime. I mean, you recall any parts of that game, and overall, what was the atmosphere like in the Garden for the Big East tournament compared to obviously your regular games? Providence, a lot of Providence fans call it Big East South, so a lot of Providence fans there. If you want to talk about that,
Well, of course, I was expecting the chip that year.
yeah,
I needed like 2 chips that year because
yeah,
I've been down like 4 or 5 years of chips, and it's kind of messing up my chip process.
yeah,
But man, that block, man, I was like, man, I don't know how much energy I got in my legs today, but we got to win this game. So like, I got that block, and then I felt like it was definitely a momentum shift because being down 20 before, like
yeah,
it was crazy, and I'm like, I go in the locker room and I tell them, I'm like, they really not playing good.
yeah. Hey,
We 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 can definitely make a run, but like, don't
yeah,
worry about the first half. They ain't never shot that good.
yeah. And I don't want to cut you off here, but I actually have the clip pulled up if you want to watch it and walk us through it here for the audience to see.
68. Xavier out of timeouts. Good 10 seconds. Good 7 seconds. Good 4 seconds. Drives. Good 2 seconds. Rejected Bullock. And we're heading to overtime. Defensive play.
It's a huge block right there. I mean, Isaiah Jackson fell asleep on the back door there. Obviously, he stepped up big time.
Yeah, I'm glad they ain't got that Villanova foul call magic.
Yeah, yeah, I hear you. That you saying that probably would have been a call if it was Nova and not Xavier.
Yeah, let that be Archie.
Yeah,
Well, I bet you we won't have the same job in life.
yeah,
Oh man.
Rodney,
yeah,
you talked about that old age of college basketball, and I do agree with you 100%. It was like the stuff that you like that era gets away with now is just text, guys getting suspended, whatever, whatever it is. What would a Rodney Bullock NIL contract look like at this point? Say you're coming out of high school. How much is
And I
Rodney
went pro first.
Yeah, let's say that.
Oh my god. I probably would have been in the league at like at least maybe 20, but I
Yeah.
mean, being where I'm from, like, you know what I'm saying, they'll do the numbers, you know what I'm saying. I wouldn't, I might have stayed overseas because I probably was having too much fun, like, you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying. I really wouldn't have cared about the money, but I probably would have been. I probably would have been wild. I probably would have been pretty wild, but at the same time, I probably would have been basketball would have been like too easy for me. Like everybody be talking, you got that big head. I'm like, all right.
yeah,
They like this big face now, but I would have probably been like three, maybe like an NIL deal, I probably would have wanted one from like Ferrari or something.
Yeah, totally
yeah.
agree.
I mean, the deals are giving these kids nowadays. I mean, it's almost like some of these some of these players, you get mid-name players that really don't even have a shot of going to the NBA. I mean, they're making hundreds of thousands of dollars. So it's
Crazy.
unbelievable. I mean, it's a wild scene in college basketball right now. I don't know if you want to elaborate on that. I mean, what you see today from obviously the new era of Friars basketball with Cooley gone. Do you follow that at all? Do you keep up with that?
Man. When you go overseas one time, man, you kind of grow up. But then when you grow over the second time, man, you don't really watch TV no more. You don't really. I mean, I might listen to music with friends and stuff, but when I watch TV, I'll probably go into another room and just lay on the couch. But
Yeah.
nah, man, I haven't been keeping up with nothing lately, man. Nothing for real. I just been, man, going on my walks and just might get a dog soon, man.
Nice.
I hear you, man.
Yeah.
Got any
Yeah,
dogs? Any type of breed in mind?
any what do y'all know any something like medium size that you can like throw a ball to and they'll bring it back to you? I got any recommendation?
I actually got one of my own. It's a golden doodle. It's a nice dog. He's a
No,
little.
I'm not getting that. I'm not getting that. I'm not getting that. Nothing against you. Nothing against the golden doodle. I'm just not
Yeah.
getting there.
No, it's
You
definitely
know what I'm saying? Like
definitely yeah.
I be feeling like that dog got point guard legs.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, point athletic point guard legs.
Yeah. I hear you. Yeah, it's
But
definitely
I just want something like, you know what I'm saying? Like probably around the same size, but like I do a golden retriever, but that might make me remember an ex. And I don't want to do that. But
Yeah.
like probably like I don't know, man. I don't know. I still I gotta do my research. When I get the money to, I'm definitely gonna do it. But I just you know what I'm saying. I don't know. I don't know right now. My dad got 3 Yorkies.
okay.
Nice.
You
Yeah.
into the bulldog? You ever thought about a bulldog?
They if you ain't you know I gotta go to work. I gotta go to work. Hopefully I get a job soon.
Yeah. How's
And,
that
and
process going, by the way?
I'm about to get this security guard job soon.
Okay. That sounds awesome. I mean,
Yeah, get a security job and then might try to go to New York this summer.
Nice.
yep.
Might go to New York this summer to go play in the Rucker. I never did that before. I really don't think I can live without playing basketball without going to the Rucker.
We might have to. Yeah, we might have to go if you're playing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be fun. That would be super fun. I probably wouldn't even. I don't know if y'all ready for a day with me though. If y'all come, don't just say hey. Don't walk in my day.
I hear you.
But nah, man. I Rucker for sure. I want to catch the Rucker.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you said you're not coming back to Providence here. You're not. So obviously, I mean, I'm sure you know Cooley to Georgetown, Kim English in town. I mean, what do you have any thoughts on the on Cooley's move to Georgetown, or do you not really care?
Nah, I don't really care.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah. What I had one thing. I mean, so you obviously you've touched on Albania. Can I just get like some semblance into Albanian life? I mean, you said you loved it, but like, I mean, obviously I've
Yeah.
go to
Like,
Michigan State.
That's the slowest country in the world.
Is
Yeah.
it really?
Not mind wise, but like moving wise. Not like moving like physically, but like living wise.
Yeah.
Like I was like
What did an average day look like? I mean, you said you didn't have like it was kind of just like the guys on the squad. Like, who did you hang around with? What'd you spend?
Yeah.
How'd you
What
spend
did
your
the generous
or the first
league?
month, like it was like preseason. And like I didn't really go nowhere. I didn't really do anything.
Yeah.
And I was just working out, trying to lose weight because I was probably like at 250, probably got down to 230, maybe even skinnier than that. But I was like 230. Then I was like, I'm thinking about like how crazy this coach is, and I'm like, why you want me this skinny? Like, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, like I kept working out, and then got skinny, and I'm like, all right, like I'll go hang with a few people. I hang with my teammates sparingly. Like maybe on the weekends, I'll be like, y'all want to go get something to drink from the bar? We can go do that. and regular overseas life. But it was like living in America. But it was like you're going to see the same people out every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So did you play with Kyron Cartwright? Was it the year in Albania you played with him? I
Yeah,
thought
I like Cartwright. He's a good guy, but I didn't think like I didn't like that. I didn't like that he came to say play on the same team as me
Yeah.
because I feel like because when he first got there, he wasn't even playing a point guard. I was playing a point guard.
so. Were you on the?
So
Did you
so
play?
I'm like, man, like this coach is crazy. If he think like I'm not the point guard, is he out of his mind or something? But like I realized that I played out of position for 5 years.
Yeah.
That it set me back in life thinking playing actual basketball. Because sometimes it feels like we can't even make a shot. Well, not in my era. We can't even make a shot some days. So what are the fans really going to come to watch?
Yeah.
So I was like, man, like it set me back. I only averaged 7 points that year. A lot of people left. Kyrie left like almost like in December.
Hmm.
I went to another team in Albania. I mean in Kosovo. The following like that same year, but the next year, like 2019 or something.
Yeah.
And I won the cup championship, but then like it just didn't sit well with me because this other guy left the team and like I thought he was a good guy and he wanted to go play in a higher league. And I'm like, how does he get to go play in the higher league? Like I'm saying, like
Right.
I won the cup too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why is the world playing with me? But I'm still thinking, like, I'm like, yeah, it went okay, but you know what I'm saying? We was winning at first and then a lot of injuries happened, but the way we was playing was not the way you supposed to play
Hmm.
basketball. It was still didn't look right to me. Like and I just wasn't mixed with the right gel of players, you know what I'm saying? Like and
Yeah.
it kind of set me back my first year. But you know what I'm saying? Like I didn't get to grow up because you know what I'm saying? Some people in the school were treated more handsome than me, and I really didn't figure out how handsome I was. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
and it sets you back when you're not thinking like that.
Yeah. Was I gonna ask when you said Kyron came to the same team? You didn't play a full season there, and then he came, did you, or did you guys come at the same time, or how did that
At
work?
the same time, I didn't like that. I didn't like that. I
But
didn't like that.
you had decided to go to that team, like
When I was deciding to go to that team, I worked out in Miami,
Yeah.
and I worked out with a point guard, and
Yep.
I'm like, all right, if he's a point guard,
You could do it.
absolutely,
Yeah.
Yep.
absolutely, and I can really like make it rain from like deep,
Yeah.
like people be like, you gotta lose weight. I'm like, I'm in basketball shape now. Like I just gotten to that point.
Yeah.
And
Like, yeah.
one more about keep talking about the overseas career. I mean, how did one question I have as a guy who has really knows nothing about overseas hoops is how
Mhm.
does the language barrier work in terms of like communicating with your teammates and coaches? Do they mostly speak English or how does that work?
Well, the ones I had spoke English, and most of them. Wiki when you go outside off the court, it's you use Wiki translator, and
Yeah.
you can communicate. I mean, you don't have to say much, but they understand when it translates to their language. But
Yeah.
no, I haven't really struggled with that overseas. Yeah.
So you play,
Some of them got that accent to them though.
yeah.
That like
Yeah.
that southern accent, but like in their twist,
Okay.
and you don't know what they're saying,
Yeah.
even in English.
Yep.
And that's new, and it's funny to me sometimes when I laugh. I laugh or I'll smile, and I'll be like, "Nah, that ain't a word."
Yeah. You try to throw it together.
Nah, they probably did throw it together, but they put their slang on it, and it I don't know. That's probably what happened with the coach in Albania. I ain't really understand what he was saying. He had to say so many things to me over and over again, like I was supposed to understand what he was saying, and I was like, he might not like me by the next month.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So was it only the 2 seasons overseas or how many did you play total?
I tried to play forward, but I feel like I should have never went overseas. I had the opportunity to play in the G League, and I was like, I don't know why I don't even know why I even tried to play in this overseas business. Even my agent tried to tell me, he was like, 90% of the people go overseas, and he was like 10% stay in the US. I'm like, how much they gonna pay me in the overseas?
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah. And I'm like, all right. So I took that route, and then I realized like I didn't mature enough in life. Really didn't have many friends, and it kind of set me back.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like if I grew up where my mother lived at South Carolina, Charleston, I probably would have treated me like Zion.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure.
So I mean, yeah, that's the bulk. Or unless you have any chirping, I got some couple more questions, but or if you want to add anything to the these career.
Yeah, I mean, who's I guess this is like a two-part question, but best player you ever played with and played against? Who are the two guys that stick out there?
Played well. Um, I'm not even thinking right now. I haven't played in a while, but I
Yeah.
don't know. I mean, I played overseas, so I never really got to play with the best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
mean-
won overseas, but I've won with the team, but I don't know, I've never experienced the best before. So I mean,
Yeah.
I know
Yeah.
when I had a tryout with Charlotte,
Hmm.
I had a tryout with Charlotte when I came out of college, and I really, a lot of like, what I'm saying, after I came back to Virginia, chilled a little bit, what I'm saying, slowed down in life a little bit with what I was doing. I
Hmm.
went to go work out in Charlotte, and I gave Ante Cooper brother some crazy work. What that running
Really?
back said?
Dennis.
I don't know which one he was, but he quit the workout.
Yeah, I mean,
That's
that
awesome.
surprised me.
That's
That
awesome. We might
yeah,
as well just say it's Giannis.
yeah, yeah,
Rodney made Giannis quit a workout with the Hornets. I think
don't say Giannis. Don't say Giannis.
I'm
Don't
joking.
say Giannis. I ain't gonna go too far now, but
Yeah.
I could. Be honest,
yeah.
I
I'd
probably
run
could
with that.
stop. He big, man. He big, man.
You could have guarded him though, Rodney.
Huh?
You could have guarded him.
I probably could.
Yeah.
I probably could for real, but man, when I get tired, he gonna try to run me over. It's gonna become
Yeah.
it's
We
gonna
can get a
become
few
a whole
possessions.
different type of game.
Yeah, exactly. A few possessions of good hard defense there.
Word. They play the shot.
Yeah.
Uh,
Uh,
couple more, just a couple more questions I had. I mean, you played with some on some talented Providence rosters. You had Bento, Chris Dunn, a couple guys. Do you still keep in touch with any of those any connections you had in Providence, or you just none?
I'm trying to go on Insta Live and see if I got some people that would actually do something with me or
Yeah.
go play outside or something. But nah, I mean, I ain't really that many people that's talking to me. I feel like I got a lot of followers, and they're it's not no a lot of them are more regular people than fake
Some-
accounts, if you know what I'm saying. And
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I was on me and Order both on the lives. We interact. Say what's up. Try to say what's up. But
man, hopefully I can grow with that, man. My birthday's coming up, so I'll definitely keep it going. But
When's your birthday?
yeah. When's your birthday?
June 3rd.
Let's go.
Yeah, they got
Uh,
this club down here. They want me to have a birthday there that Friday. My birthday's on a Monday, but that following Friday, they want me to
Sounds
they want me
electric.
to go there, and they got a free section for me. I think I
Sounds
might pop a
electric. You gotta
bottle.
take him up on
Now
that.
there we go. Now we're talking.
I might pop a bottle, man. It's been
Got
a
it.
while.
Got to, got to.
Yeah, but that's pretty much it, man.
Yeah.
Nice.
I mean, we could start, start to wrap it up, but I did have this one segment. I only have 2 questions, but it's kind of the segment where I asked you some questions about your career. See,
Mine, like I said, what's the basketball career in general?
yeah. So one of them I had here, I was gonna ask you, do you remember the 4 guys who started with you in your first Providence game? And if you do, can you name them?
No, I
No.
can't remember. I can't remember. Like, yo, holy snap! I ain't even played no NBA game yet. I don't even. You know how those games get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Well,
can only imagine you get Rodney Bullock Jr. goddamn
Yeah.
82
Yeah.
games. That would get crazy.
Yeah.
You let me play in 50 states or whatever it is, even
Yeah.
out the country. Yeah, it would get crazy. I'll be looking like Chet.
yeah. Yep.
Oh God. Oh God. Who y'all got winning the finals?
We're Celtics
Yeah.
guys.
The Celtics guys, from that area.
Oh, yeah, boy, y'all looking like y'all about to make a trade right now. Just
Yeah.
talking to y'all, not even watching TV.
Yeah. Who you got?
Huh?
Who do
Yeah,
you
who
got?
do you got?
I ain't been watching it, but I think OKC still in it.
Now they're out.
Oh, they're out.
Nah, I'm gonna go with the Mavs. I'm gonna go with the Mavs.
Yeah.
They
Oh,
definitely
yeah.
they definitely starting to gel well together.
Yeah, no,
I
they're
don't know,
good.
man.
Him and Kyrie.
I think the Timberwolves are gonna get them. And I think and
Yeah,
then
it was so
balling
good.
stuff.
Y'all about to y'all quick to smile and ignore that question.
What? Which one?
Yeah.
Question.
People about to hit the trade block on y'all side?
Who's at the trade block?
Yeah.
I don't know. Somebody wants to win championships, but who knows?
Oh, do
I
we
mean,
got insider info here?
Yeah, I mean, can we hear this? I mean, if you got, you're selling something I know nothing about. So I mean, you could elaborate. Are you talking about JT going? I mean, I don't know.
Man, you know how the NBA is now.
Yeah,
I love it.
NBA.
I love it. Insider Rodney, maybe that's your next.
yeah. You can drop the story right now if you got it. I mean, it's kind of. Are we shipping? Are we shipping Tatum out of Boston? Is that what you're telling
Yeah,
us?
I mean, first of all, I mean, if that's happening, it's happening.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't really know that. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know, but like y'all need a championship.
Oh yeah. I mean, this
Yeah.
is
Yeah, I think
like
if you don't win this year, you got to tear it down. Just like it's fire Missoula to just get back to square one. I think.
Who's your favorite player?
I'm an Al Horford guy.
Are you talking about on the Celtics or just like all the time?
On the Celtics. Right now.
Right
Horford.
now? Derek White for me.
Y'all favorite players ain't even the favorite players.
I know.
Derek.
Yeah.
Derek White. Derek White has a bad game, we lose.
Man, what's going on in Boston, man?
Derek White's got a bad game, we lose. So I'm a Derek White guy.
Y'all might trade somebody gonna trade the whole team. Whoever got the most power in the locker room will trade the whole team.
Yeah. No,
Somebody if you make it 300 million, somebody is that crazy.
Agreed. Yeah. Agreed.
It's just fireworks. Fireworks.
Yeah. But y'all got anything else to ask?
No, Rodney, first of all, thank you for coming on, dude. It was absolutely awesome.
Yeah.
Love to just hearing about your career, your whole life story. It was amazing. And dude, you're welcome on literally whenever. You want to come back on? You're
Yep.
more than welcome.
Hey, next time you want to, you got get more of the scoop. Maybe break the story next time because it seems like you got someone going out of Boston. So.
Oh man.
You never know.
had some legendary nights there, man.
Yeah.
I ain't go much. Well, no, I know the bottle won't. I know the bottle was empty.
Oh yeah. Sure. Never a bad night. Never a bad night.
Oh my God, they got. That's where I should. I thought Providence was smaller than I thought it was when I went to Boston.
Yeah,
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 no,
yeah.
that is true. That'll happen. Yeah.
Nah, but
Yeah. Yeah, man. Like Owen said, thanks for coming on. Unless you got anything to add, I think we could wrap it up here.
all right, man. I still get on live. If y'all ever get on live, I'll get on live, man. And let's see how much it grows in a couple months.
Love
Yeah,
it. Love
yeah,
it.
for sure. Just stay consistent. I mean, me and Owen are always in there. We'll pop in there, and like you said, I mean, you got to bring.
Who knows? This might drive people your way, Rodney. We're just
Yeah,
trying.
yeah. Well, I mean, we'll send we'll put the link in your link to your Instagram in the description. So get some views going your way. Maybe more people in the live, and we'll see how it goes.
Man, I'm glad you guys came in my life, man.
Yeah,
Of
Kind of
course,
got
man.
Rodney, you're the man.
kind of got bored looking at the ceiling, man.
I hear you,
Again,
man.
you're welcome on
We'll always
whatever, dude.
we'll always be in the live, man. We'll always be in the lives.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. All right, man. It's good talking
Right.
to y'all, man.
Yeah.
Y'all stay healthy, man. Stay safe, man. And
Yeah, to you as well,
Yeah.
Rodney. Thanks for coming on, man.
enjoy the summer.
Yes, sir.
You too, man. Happy birthday.
Yeah, happy
Yeah,
birthday.
appreciate it, man.